Hello, beautiful being. Welcome to In Her Dreams and welcome to your reading. I am so grateful that you're taking time to tune in to see what messages are flowing in from Spirit for you. Ashe. Thank you, Divine. All right, let's go ahead and get a card. We'll start with the archetype deck to start off your reading. Thank you, Divine. What messages are coming in for this beautiful being? Ooh, Avenger. Oh, and immediately I'm thinking of the Avengers, Marvel. Your spirit team is working overtime. They are working overtime. And you have got the baddest spirit team. I mean, they are tough and rough. Gentle with you though, okay? They might give you a little tough love every once in a while. Because they don't hold back. They tell you what you need to know. And they steer you right back on track when you need that push, right? But this is about judgment. This is about judgment. It is Judgment Day for someone or for some beings who have, I'm getting, they stirred up a whole lot of trouble and malice for you. They were just malicious. They were evil. You've got Avengers who are doing the work for you behind the scenes. They've been working behind the scenes, but now you're about to see some things front and center. There are some things that your spirit team has been working on to ensure that justice is served. And it's been things that you have picked up on, because I know that you have psychic awareness, but perhaps you haven't seen it play out in the physical realm. You're about to. You're about to. This person here in this card, they have a map on them. It's like they're wearing a jacket or a cape maybe that has a map. It says, I'm seeing Alberta, British Columbia, so Canada. Yeah, it's actually Canada. Canada could be relevant. The northern part of the United States, New York. I'm getting out west, California. Australia is coming to me. Yeah, so that'll relate to some of you. But justice is being served no matter where you are on the map. All right? Justice is being served. And this is because you have been faithful. You have been so tuned in to what it is that your spirits have guided you to do. You have this very, you have an official divine awareness. You're official, you're real, you're authentic, you're the real deal. And your spirits are rewarding you. This is support for you. Because you have been so faithful, but it's been tough. A lot of the things that you've had to make it through, it's been tough. You had to keep going when you had so many people throwing darts and daggers at your back, and you just kept right on going. And every once in a while you turn around and you fight and you do what you need to do, but then you stayed on your path. And that is tough to do. Because what you've done is, despite the spiritual warfare, you have remained focused. And that's why your destiny is manifesting in such a beautiful way. But this is a time of justice for you. Absolutely. Yeah, because somebody wanted to enslave you. Somebody had some information very confused. And they thought that you came into this world, 4:44 on the timer. They didn't know about your protection, first of all. And that's something that I'm getting, is that you've got people in awe, sitting back like trying to add 2 + 25 = 73. What? they're not even getting the math right. Their math is not mathing because they don't understand how it is that they have done all that they've done to combat you, to bring you down. And here you are, looking good too. They're in awe. They're amazed. But you've got some people here who are very, very mistaken, and they thought that you came into this world ready and willing to have your beautiful divine energy siphoned just so that they could grow and flourish at your expense. You have this Christ consciousness energy, okay, where you are, in many ways, you bring an energy of salvation to this world, where you help people to learn how to save themselves. You help to equip people with an understanding of who they are, and so that they have confidence within themselves and within their path. And you were never meant to be stopped on your journey. But there are some people who got that mistaken, and they thought that they were going to turn you into a victim. How in the hell do you turn a Messiah into a victim? You don't. And you never were willing to bow down and be anyone's slave, or to allow anyone to siphon your energy. Okay? And because you've stayed the course, that's why some people are about to really experience a huge wake-up call. Okay? They're about to get it. And it's their own doing. It's not like you are seeking vengeance against them. There's nothing that you had to do but remain focused on you. Your spirit's got this, okay? Your spirit's got this. Yeah, by the book. See, that's the thing, is that in a way you went by the book. And that's not to say that you like color inside the lines all the time, because you're a free spirit. But you went by the book in that you showed respect. You lived in a respectful and respectable way, where you have earned what you've received. But you've been surrounded by some people who don't play by those rules. They feel that when they look at you, they should tear you down because you make them feel insecure. Let's break that down. You don't make them feel any kind of way, because you can't make anybody feel a certain way about themselves. They feel this way when they're in your presence because they are so insecure and they don't heal their wounds. But you didn't make them feel any kind of way. And if they would allow themselves to experience your energy in a positive way, which is the way that you send it, that's the way that you radiate your energy, is in a positive way. If they would allow themselves to treasure your energy instead of attacking it, they would realize that they could learn and grow because of you. But they went about this in the wrong way. They tried to siphon your energy. They tried to steal from you. And for that reason, they will be dealt with. They will be dealt with. But you, what I'm getting here with this by the book, is that you lived according to spiritual law. And so you're being rewarded for that. Okay? All right. We're going to get into the index cards. Let's go. Let's shuffle a little. Ooh, okay, so I've got on the top here, yeah, somebody wanted to get messy because they're feeling messy here. Somebody has been overspending. I feel like this could, now, if this relates to you, you know, take it as it resonates. You know what's coming through is for the holidays. It's about the magic that you create with whoever it is that you choose to connect with over the holidays. You might be feeling pressured to spend a lot of money to make things special. There might be a list of things that you have wanted to check everything off. You know, you're not Santa, and you don't have to be Santa. So whatever limits you need to create for yourself, whether it's for how much you cook, how much food you purchase, or how many presents you buy, go ahead and set those limits now. Set those limits now, and then come back to them either a couple hours later or a day or two later when you're in a different frequency, 1010 on the timer, and look at them then as well, just to make sure that you agree with what you've set, and then let that be what you stick to. Because it's very easy to get wrapped up in the whole holiday overspending. But what I'm getting here is that there is someone that your spirits is avenging for having mistreated you. There's someone who came against you. And because they're in such misery at this time, they are overspending because they are so disappointed with their karma. This is a spiritual narcissist. This is someone who painted you out to be off with your spiritual practice. They told lies, saying that there's something spiritually that you did incorrectly. And the only reason they did this was to mask the fact that behind closed doors, they're not only a spiritual narcissist all day, every day, but behind closed doors, they're not, they don't follow spiritual law. They break all kinds of rules because this person wants to win at all costs. They don't care who they hurt. They don't care who they speak against. They don't care how they use their words. They gossip. Okay, so spiritual narcissism is a dangerous game with this person. But they're going to learn. They're going to learn the lesson that they need to learn. You have a divine union, whether you have already attracted this into your life or you are going to attract this into your life. Wherever you are on the timeline, you are actively either nurturing a divine union or actively attracting it, okay? As long as this resonates with you. Now, if you're a person who you're like, I don't want love, I don't want a relationship, I don't want it, then no, you're not. But that's your choice. You have free will. 12-12 on the timer. But if you are open to a love relationship, just know that your destiny in love is a beautiful one, and it is one that is balanced. As I said that, we had 12-22 on the timer. So this is moving from an individual way of life to a very harmonious one with another person. All right, so a beautiful divine union here. Somehow I feel like the divine union has been impacted by a spiritual narcissist. This could be something that a narcissist in your world was trying to curse for you. They did not want you to experience love. They did not want you to feel any sort of love in your life. And they wanted to simply, but very tragically, cause endings for you. That's all they wanted. I say simply because that's all they wanted. But it's a very evil intention. All right. On the DL, somebody here is on the DL. I feel like this spiritual narcissist low-key wanted you or wants you. Okay. They're not open about their sexuality. So this is a person who spoke out against you constantly. They worked against every good thing in your life. But yet they wanted to be intimate with you. But they weren't man or woman enough to open up their throat chakra and say that. They were not honest about what they wanted. But that is one reason why this person attacked you. Is because they were so ashamed of their attraction that they feel for you. All right, you've got familiar animal spirit. So you're an animal lover. Aw, you're my people. All right, so yeah, animal totems. This is an important part of your growth, is opening up to the energy of the animals. I'm getting that sometimes life gets so busy that you might not connect with animals to the extent that you would like to, but make time for it because it will be very rewarding. Even if you just go outside and observe animals for a while. I'm getting that some of you have a familiar. You are so blessed that you have attracted a familiar into your realm. So an animal who is so dear to you and you're psychically connected. You can communicate with them. You have more than likely spent at least one past lifetime with them. And they're very special to you. They help you grow. They help guide you. Okay, you have a special connection. West Coast. Didn't that already come through? Yeah, with the map. I said California. So there could be somebody in California or somewhere on the West Coast, or on the West Coast of whatever country you live in. There could be either you might live there, or there's somebody who you know that lives there. Okay. 8th house. This is Scorpio. Okay, and I'm recording this in Scorpio season. I love Scorpio energy. So this is death and regeneration, sex, birth, death, the afterlife, complete transformation. Something is leaving your life and it needed to go. It needed to go. Divine, what is this that is leaving their life that needed to go? Please clarify. There's something regarding an issue with, it's been going on for too long. It's like a conflict between an Empress and a Queen of Wands. You're the Empress. There's been a conflict with a Queen of Wands, and it has gone on way too long. Okay? Somebody been riding that horse all day long, all month long. It may have even been years. The horse is tired. Whatever it is that this Queen of Wands has been carrying on with, it's old. And this Scorpio season, something's going to change. Okay? Because no matter what, you are here as this Empress. You own your throne, no matter what. We are at 1717. You are also the star. Not only the Empress, but you are also the star. And you never stopped shining. But life will only get better and better for you now, because whatever this Queen of Wands was doing, this spiritual narcissist, their time was up a long time ago. They've been running on fumes. So this Scorpio season is carrying them out. Take that however you want to take it. Okay, whether it's energetically they are blocked from your world, or for some of them this will be a physical transformation. But however things are ending for them, things are ending and their time has come. So that's it. I'm hearing their reign of terror is over. Okay? Because you deserve better, and Divine knows that. You deserve so much better. Yeah, Mercury. So we're currently in Mercury retrograde. This is a time to reflect. This energy that's being ushered out of your life, this negativity that was brought in by this Queen of Wands, it's a great time now to reflect on whatever you've learned, the strength that you've gained from this experience, the knowledge, the awareness that you've been able to tap into and tune into as a result of this conflict, and just give gratitude for it and transmute it. Use that energy to create something or to share something with other people who are going through a similar conflict, okay? Because what you've been through is only going to continue to, it's going to multiply and multiply greatness for you. Whereas for this person, this is an ending for them. Okay? Their reign of terror is over. However you want to take that. You are growing exponentially. Leaps and bounds. You are growing and growing and growing. And you're never going to stop. Sexual healing. I feel like there is a very special ability that you have to connect with the divine, both in a sensual way where you are using your senses to connect spiritually, whether it's through your sense of smell and using incense and different essential oils, and your taste. You know, you might use some, what do they call it? Aphrodisiacs to kind of stir up your senses. All right, but you're using your senses to connect spiritually with either another being. It could be in this divine union. All right, if you're already in this divine union, you might be using your senses to help stimulate your attraction and your connection with the divine. So not only through your senses, but also sexually. All right, so you may use sexual magic. You might tap into other dimensions using your sexual energy. This is so very powerful. It's nothing to be ashamed of. I think that for a lot of people it feels taboo, but you know, sex is how we all got here. So there's nothing shameful about it. And I feel like you already know that. I'm talking to an empress, so you are also a high priestess. Now take this as it resonates. You might be an emperor and you are a high priest, but take it how it resonates. But you are definitely tuned into the ability of the energy all throughout your body being able to connect with the divine. Okay? You don't have limits like a lot of people think they do. Yeah. Okay. 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 All right. So let's take a look. I'm going to lay some tarot. And I've got my owl. Oh, look, I got to show you all this. Look at this. It's Tarot of the Owls. So I'm going to be using that to lay your tarot spread. Y'all know I love my owls. Oh. All right, Spirit. What is coming through for this beautiful being regarding a current situation or conflict that they need to know more about at this time? Wow, Temperance came out in the last reading too. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh, Ashe. This is looking good. And it's dealing with the divine union. I really didn't know which card divine was going to extrapolate. Can I use that? On or like extend for the tarot, but yeah, I'm getting divine union energy here. Okay, this is beautiful. So there was some confusion in the past because of it's like somebody wanted to insert themselves into your world and they weren't welcome. Somebody wanted to make themselves relevant in your realm regarding love. They wanted to bring confusion because we have this Two of Swords here. All right, so they wanted you to not see something. They wanted you to miss something. This is a person who was trying to be slick, all right? And they had really grimy motives. So they wanted to insert themselves as Three of Cups. So this is a relationship that you were in or a marriage that you were in, and someone inserted themselves where they were not welcome. They thought that they had access to your energy and to the energy of your union. But with the Ace of Swords here, there's a breakthrough. There's this energy of truth that came in. I feel like there's a lot here behind this Three of Cups, and divine is not really focusing on that with the tarot. I'll pull some cards, but it feels like such a beautiful movement from the Three of Cups and whatever confusion was there that this person tried to bring in to your relationship right into the Ace of Swords, because that's divine saying, oh no, you don't. This union is divine, it is blessed, and it's not for you. That's what they're saying to this third party. I feel like that could be this Queen of Wands. okay, the spiritual narcissist who was inserting themselves into your world. It could be, okay, they could be a fire sign. Don't have to be. Divine said, where there was confusion, there will now be truth, and nothing but the truth. When before, what came through was this Queen of Wands reign of terror is over. That's exactly what their goal was to bring into your life. They wanted a reign of terror. They saw your happiness. They saw your beauty. They saw your intelligence. And they were so small-minded, that the only way that they felt that they could combat you was to insert themselves in something that was important to you, your heart space. So instead of trying to connect with you and speak with you, work with you, get to know you, they tried to attack you. Because this person does not operate from a place of connection. They operate from a place of competition and combat. All they want to do is combat people because they always want to win. But see, there's something else about this Ace of Swords, and that's that your intelligence will always help lead to your breakthrough. This Queen of Wands couldn't keep up. Truth will always win. Truth will always win. And I get the feeling that this Queen of Wands operates from the shadows. They like to use darkness. They like to overpower people, perhaps with chaos magic, perhaps with negative energy, gossip, lies, deceit, betrayal. That's their comfort zone. And so this Queen of Wands came to you with that same old shit, that same old program that they've been working with, not only since their childhood, but since past lifetimes. And they brought that to you, thinking that it was going to defeat you and drown you out. But truth will always win. And beautiful being, that's what you did so wonderfully, is that you always aligned yourself with the truth. And even in moments of darkness, you aligned with the light. You knew that there would be light that carried you through those moments of darkness. And that's what's brought you here to this breakthrough, where because of that Ace of Swords, you are now in a state of temperance, balance, peace, harmony. Whatever negative energy, whatever bullshit it was that this Queen of Wands brought you, trying to ruin you, trying to manipulate and annihilate, they're now somewhere sitting in the corner crying because they can't believe that in all of that effort that they put forth trying to bring you down, all they've done is ruin their own life. They have infused their entire bloodline with toxicity and mayhem. So not only are they suffering the consequences of their poor choices, but their children will suffer if they have children. If they have children in the future, they will suffer until they make amends with the universe for what they have done. Judgment. This is exactly what your spirits are working on. They are avenging whoever has wronged you with intention, okay? I'm not talking about the people who accidentally harmed you or who made a mistake but then intended to learn from it. I'm talking about this being or any other being who recklessly and intentionally tried to bring mayhem, chaos, deceit, betrayal, and destruction to your world. They will pay the price, and they already are. And what's coming to me is that Scorpio season did not come to play. Scorpio season did not come to play. Lessons will be learned. Prices will be paid, okay? So you've got 4 of Pentacles here. Divine has carried you into this phase where you are protecting your energy. And it's like the beautiful thing, one of the many beautiful things that has come about from this situation that you've been through is that now you know the value of every pentacle that you have. Perhaps before this situation, see, that's the thing, when you go through something, Divine reveals so many things to us as the chosen ones. We understand that because of the price that we paid for the suffering that we went through, oh, we're going to get our money's worth. So we're going to get every single lesson out of it. And one of the lessons that I feel that Divine has brought to you is the value of everything that you have, every beautiful blessing in your world. So your pentacles, which could be your, not just your possessions, okay? It could be your spiritual knowledge. It could be your child or your children, if you have children. It could be your relationship. It could be your home, your property. Whatever it is that you have, that you value, you're protecting it. And I feel like things have been revealed to you about how to protect your world. Because you realize, you've learned from this situation with this Queen of Wands, that there are nasty beings out there who operate in a state of chaos constantly. And that's all they want to spread, is anxiety, fear, loss, death, and chaos. And now you are more aware of the value of everything in your life that gives you life, that supports you, that loves you, and that you love in return. You've learned the value of those things. Not that you didn't realize it before, but you realize it now on a much deeper level that just feels so much closer to you. And so it's almost as if now you're seeing your life in full color, whereas before it was like, you know, there was color, but it's more vivid now. It's more vibrant. Life feels more enriching now. It feels richer. It feels more satisfying. Okay? And so not only are you appreciating and protecting all the beautiful blessings in your life, but you have the 4 of Wands here. You're celebrating. You're celebrating. You're honoring your treasures. And look at this. With this 4 of Wands, there are 2 beautiful owls there. Enjoying each other's wisdom, enjoying each other's presence. You know, this morning I woke up to, psychically, I was hearing the song by Sade, Love is Stronger Than Pride. And I feel like, you know, that's coming to me in this reading. I feel like there's something, it's an experience that you've had on this journey where you realize the value of love, and so does your beloved. Whether you are with your beloved now or you're attracting this beautiful relationship. 33:23 on the timer. There's this beautiful connection that is so divine, where it's greater than the ego. The love that you are attracting or that you are nurturing with your beloved, it is greater than any aspect of the ego. Because while the ego helps you to exist as an individual in this realm, so it's not all bad, it's not inherently bad, okay? But love, both for yourself and for your beloved, it promotes union. It promotes lessons that are learned continuously, and how to continue loving yourself on a deeper level, and to continue loving and sharing with another beautiful being. And so there may have been some lessons that were learned about love, because love is stronger than pride. Perhaps between you and your beloved, ego has sort of taken a back seat to the love and compassion that you feel for one another. Yeah. Joy, union, celebration. That's what you've earned. And nothing could stop that. Nothing at all. Let's get some of these cards. The Chaser and Photograph. So yeah, this third party was chasing after everything. That's all they know how to do. They don't know how to be in their own energy and just be and attract. They manipulate and work so hard through deceit. It's not like hard work. It's not true hard work. It's like formulating a plan to try to attack people in order to steal from them. And they chased in order to, oh, now with Photograph, I'm getting that this person may have chased and stalked and bothered you, or bothered your beloved, or both of you, or your entire family. Stalking with Photograph. That's what I'm getting. They may have harassed you. You may have caught them recording you, taking photographs of you, just to be nasty, just to be rude, just to be strange, just to be weird. Harassment. Harassment. But see, at the end of the day, 4 Wands. And this is what they always wanted, but they didn't know how to get it fair and square on their own. So they wanted to come for yours. They better go somewhere with that. Yeah. The Phoenix. That's exactly what this situation has awakened within you, is that Phoenix energy. New phase, rekindling, renewal, transformation, growth, a changed mind. I feel like you see love differently. I feel like you see family differently. I feel like you see community differently. Because with this 3 of Cups, this Queen of Wands very well may have approached you from a social environment, a community. And people who use social situations to attack people, they're petty on a whole other level. And the reason why they do this is because they're not intelligent enough. They lack the intelligence, and they know this. This is not news to them. But they know that they lack the intelligence to be honest and to attract and manifest their blessings in an upstanding way. That's not how they operate. So they work through the shadows so they can lie and steal. But you are the Phoenix, and that's what this situation, this experience has shown you. All right, we've got Coffee Cup, meeting and conversing, savoring the moment, feeling uplifted, friendship. Some of you are experiencing that in love, and some of you are about to. If you haven't experienced renewal and strength within your current connection, you are manifesting a really, 3838 on the timer, a really beautiful connection where there is communication and positivity. Absolutely. Thank you, Spirit. What's coming through from this deck for this beautiful being? Tell us more, Spirit. Thank you. All right, pleasure. That's what you're manifesting in your world. Sun, this is Sun in the 5th house. Leo, I will. You're fun-loving. You are unforgettable, beautiful being. You're expressive. You just naturally take center stage, and you look good there. You look good at center stage. You have so much to offer, so much to share, so much to radiate. You are confident, creative, proud, happy, dramatic. Yeah. A little drama is good. A little drama is good. Okay? And I feel like that dramatic energy is coming through in if you do perform or if you do create and you share things, like if you sing or you perform music or poetry or something like that. Yeah, you've got just what it takes to keep people intrigued by your energy, okay? Also, you're a true believer. This is Sun in the 12th house. Look at all this Sun energy. You radiate. Sun in the 12th house, Pisces, I believe. You are a true believer. You're introspective. You are deeply compassionate. You daydream. That's one reason why you're such a powerful manifester, is because you daydream. And that's the energy that you refused to partake in, like with this Queen of Wands. They daydream and think about how they can ruin people. They daydream and think about how they can ruin families and homes and communities, how they can attack people and spread evil, wicked energy all throughout wherever they go. They think about how they can destroy and bring destruction to men, women, and children of all ages. That's what they do. That's their life. That's what they've dedicated their world to. You daydream about the positive energy that you're able to generate within yourself, channeling from the divine, and that you're able to share with others around you. You're gentle. You're beloved by others. You're mystical. Ashe. You're a true believer. Thank you, Divine. Let's see what is coming towards you. The White Rabbit, a spark of curiosity, a spiritual awakening. It's time. You're heeding the call. You have an inner knowing. You're going from dark to light. Waking from the dream. Ashe. So much beautiful energy that you have attracted towards you as you have gone through this negative experience. You've transformed it into something positive. You're using it to create. You're using it to explore and to manifest whatever it is that you wish to manifest. I'm looking at the Jupiter poster on my wall. This is expansion. This is good fortune, spiritual awareness. You know, going through this experience that you've been through, of this conflict, it has made you so aware of ways in which people need to be loved and healed. Because you've experienced pain and you've experienced very negative energy that you realized that you were able to lift yourself out of and heal yourself from. And so you're going to help others as well. You've got the fishing pole, self-reliance, mentoring others, poetry in motion. See, poetry has come through twice. I feel like some of you are poets. Exploration, providing, connecting with nature, accomplishment, reflection, self-improvement. And you've got the microphone. Yeah, so you're definitely sharing something here. Whether it's through writing or your voice, broadcast, expression, strong opinion, public speaking, speaking truth, being heard. There's a lot that you have to share that is definitely worth hearing and that will help a lot of beautiful beings like yourself. All right, we're going to close with an Archangel Michael card. Thank you, Divine. Thank you, Archangel Michael. Ooh! All right, let's see. Maybe he has a lot to say tonight. All right, what message is coming through for this beautiful being, Archangel Michael? All right, we've got no, it is not yet time. This is not the divine right time to take action. Please be patient. The opportune moment is approaching. Your vibration is rising. This is a time of great spiritual growth for you. You are evolving to occupy a higher energetic frequency. So let's see what Divine is saying to wait on. Use this deck. Divine, what do we need to pause on or be patient with? fulfillment. So there's something that you're manifesting, and it is coming. All right? But Divine says to be patient. 44 on the timer, and this is for your protection. You've got success coming to you. All right, Divine is already telling you congratulations. You've got success that is coming to you. High Priestess of Air and listening. So there's something that you are going to speak, but you're also going to listen. I feel like this is a sharing of information. This feels like communication. So Divine is saying to wait until some communication comes in, and know that once that communication comes in, you are going to experience more signs of the fulfillment of what it is that you wish for. There's communication that has to come in. Okay? And when Divine says wait, it's not like wait and don't do anything. It's just be patient. So continue to work towards your goals, but know that whatever it is that you're manifesting, if you haven't seen the finished product of that be set in stone at this point in time, it's just because there's some communication that is coming in, and it will be shared. You're going to speak with the High Priestess of Air there. That's like Queen of Swords energy, but you're also listening. So this will be a conversation, okay? And this, whatever this communication is, it's going to help you manifest something really wonderful. So you've got King of Cups here and the Seven of Pentacles. There may be a King of Cups that you will have a very important conversation with. This could be someone that you're working on a project with. This could be someone that you're in a relationship with. But Divine is saying to be patient with this. It will require time, but success is guaranteed. Divine is just simply asking you to be patient with the process, okay? Don't allow anxiety or fear to creep up into your mental state. There will be positive communication and therefore positive manifestation regarding your wish fulfillment. Okay? Thank you for that message, Archangel Michael. All right, beautiful being, I hope that you enjoyed this message. I hope that it brought some clarity, some support, and good vibes to you. I appreciate you so much for tuning in. I love you, and I wish you peace, joy, and so many blessings. Take care.